Hello guys, how are you? I'm Professor Daniel Pitelli and I'm more than glad to be here leading the second orientation session of the programs of University of Laverne. So be welcome to this orientation session. I have a couple of friends helping me today, Renan, the student's director, and Masha who will answer your questions in your upper right corner in the chat of YouTube. So thank you very much to join this orientation session. I know how valuable is your time, so I'm trying to be as quick as possible to give you very important information about the programs, some logistics issues, and some orientations, because for some of you, it's the first time in US and the first time getting in touch with university in United States. So be free to do your questions. In the end of this presentation, I will try to answer all of them, or Masha will answer after the end of this orientation session. So let's start. Well, if you are watching me now, it's because you are enrolled in one of our 9 programs we have this July. Um, Probably you may know we have two separate kind of programs. One we call advanced, another one graduate programs. The advanced programs are 4, and you have these 4 programs there in University of Laverne next July. Advanced topics in business strategy, advanced topics in project management, advanced topics in financial decisions and corporate policy, and advanced topics in marketing management. Or you are enrolled in one of the 5 programs, graduate programs. Contemporary topics in business administration, strategy marketing, finance and accounting, leading and coaching the human organization, or you are going there to have the business English full day, or you study business English the whole day. Okay? So I have agenda with several topics here, but some of them are very fast to pass. First, I will introduce myself. After that, the objective of the program, some tips about the program structure, company visits, program orientation, mobility, and etc. So I'll introduce myself first. I'm Professor Daniel Pitelli de Brito. I will be there in July in California, view all the time, leading this program with more than 200 students. Beside me, I will have some teaching assistants from IBS, and of course, all of the staff of University of Laverne. We opened a couple weeks ago a WhatsApp group of your program. So if you weren't add to the WhatsApp group, let us know, because it's very important to make easy our life to answer your questions, to orient you to the right classroom, the professors, the company visits, may make the communication better. I coordinate programs here in IBS since 2003. Probably this is my 15th time in California leading these programs, and I'm very glad to be the leader of these programs, because one of our goals definitely is change your academic life, and changing lives is one thing that make me happy and make me very comfortable to be there and deliver at least 3 main objectives that I'm telling you now. The first one is, of course, academic knowledge. If you are enrolled in a program in US, it's because you are trying to get a high-end knowledge, and that's one of our objectives with this program. The second one is professional gain. If you get knowledge, of course, the companies will hire you or hiring you now will evaluate better this knowledge. And the third one, you are in California, one of the richest place in the world and most diversified places in the world in summertime. So the personal experience Definitely, it's one of the gains and one of the objectives of this program. Okay, this is the second orientation session. So one of some slides I'll pass fast, like University of Laverne, for example. I hope you accessed the website of Laverne before, previously to this presentation. University of Laverne is a beautiful campus founded in 1891. It's one of the most important universities in California. The campus is a open campus. If I don't notice you that you are right now in campus, you probably don't realize, because there are some houses, some places that belongs to the university. The classrooms are there, so you want a very safe and good place to study. And to show this personally, we will have the first activity, a campus tour. This campus tour will be in the Sunday before the first day of classes. The Sunday will be 7th of July at 9 a.m. for advanced programs and business English first lessons. And for graduate programs, Sunday too, but 11 o'clock. Please be there on time. We'll do a campus tour showing the classrooms, the library, the restaurant. Well, give you more information about where you park your car, how to print some paper, the best places to do the team works. So please be there on time. It will take something like 1 hour and a half. So advanced programs 9 a.m., graduate programs 11 a.m. Okay. The campus tour will pass. The meeting point of the campus tour is there is a statue in front, in the middle of the campus, called with the mascot is a leopard. So we'll be there in front of the leopard statue. And of course, you see a lot of movimentation, a lot of people. On a Sunday, will be us. So be there and reaching us there. Well, but the reception will be in the first day of classes on first Monday. And very early, please be there on time to 7:30 at the Sneaky Park. So it will be an outdoor reception. The weather there will be amazing this time in California. So they will receive you, give you the binders, introduce the professors in the first day of classes on Monday, 7:30. Um, and you get the parking lot. It's a sign to the parking permit in this welcome ceremony. So please, if you are driving a car there, get your parking permit and get your materials. And the welcome orientation session will be held by the Dean of the College of Business and Public Management, Professor A.B. Helu. Very good. This is the map of University of Laverne. Even the leopard and the welcome reception will be the same place. The 16 is the meeting point, and the Sneaky Park, where the welcome reception will occur in the first Monday. Okay, guys. Let's talk about a little bit about the program structure. Well, some of you realize that or you are enrolled in a business program or in just business English program. If you're enrolled in a business program, you have in one part of the day, like in the mornings, for example, the business program, and in the afternoon, the English part. So uh, the morning part, it doesn't matter if you start with business or English. We start at 9 o'clock every day, except the first day we have the welcome reception. The other day, the Tuesday, Wednesday, every day, we start at 9 o'clock. And if you start with the business, ending 12:30. If you start with business English, we'll end 11, 11:30, depends on the instructor. There's a break of 15 minutes, a coffee break. And the most important information is the absence limit. you have a limit of just one absence. Of course, if you are there to enjoy the whole program. So don't have any absence. But if something occurred, something bad occurred, first, just let me know as fast as you can. And second, try to recover the material you lost and participate in the other classes. Okay. Um, in the afternoons, usually the classes start 1:30 or 2 p.m. Depends on if in the afternoon you have business English or business track. In the first day of the classes, in your binder, you have this information and the timetable. Okay. There's a slide specific to the business English full day. Um, you have, if you are enrolled in this program, business English full day or business English first lessons, you have English classes all day long, and the time, the start and ending time is here in this slide. It doesn't matter if you're enrolled in a program to do just half day of English or full day of English. Uh, you must apply in an English test. This English test is much more to buy the right books to you or separating levels than the other things. So please, if you didn't do yet, run, because if you won't do the test, we will assume that you won't be able to go there to study the English part, or if you don't want to. For example, if you are native of English, of course you won't do this part of the program, just the business track. The deadline was in May. If you didn't receive the link or didn't do the test, please get in touch with us as fast as you can. Okay, thank you very much for that. And of course, you are asking us about the program evaluation too. Well, usually the professor is free to apply everything with you, but usually you don't have written tests, just seminars. The seminars will occur every Thursdays. Usually Thursdays morning if you have business tracks in the morning, or Thursday afternoon if you have your business track on afternoon. Usually it's a teamwork. Seminars you prepare in advance and present the seminar on Thursdays. Um, if your performance was excellent, you receive, besides your certificate of completion, a certificate of outstanding performance. You consider the outstanding students, and you receive in a specific event, not just in the end of this program, but in a different event in November usually. Okay. Very important information. If you're enrolled in the Business Strategy Advanced program, you have a business game in this program. You receive a specific information. The business game is called Capsin, and you receive several links to the introduction materials and to read before the beginning of the classes. So if you're enrolled in the Business Strategy program, make sure you read and be prepared before the classes start. In the next couple weeks, you receive some links directly from the Professor Richard Simpson, who will run this program with you. Okay, let's move forward. Usually you have business program in the morning and English program in the afternoon, Monday to Thursday. However, English is just Monday to Wednesday, because on Thursdays, morning or afternoon, you have a business visit. Um, if the visit is valuable, for example, if there a great structure to see, it's a port, has some machineries, has something to really show you and make it better for you to get in touch. If just the knowledge is what you getting, usually the executive go to the university. These business visits are confirmed just the last minute, so we don't have now what visit you have in your classroom. But my opinion, it's very, very important to complete this program. It's the time when you link the knowledge you're getting in the classrooms with the knowledge and the practical way the companies are doing in their realities. So enjoy a lot these company visits. To do that, first access the website of the company and prepare at least 3 questions privileged to the business visit, trying to link what you are learning in the classrooms and what you would you like to check or would you like to receive additional information from the executive of the companies. Um, there's some I cannot now to tell you what company you visit, but we visited before the Wells Fargo, probably one of the most important banks in US, Novipex, a company of logistics, and some optional visits like the Port of Los Angeles. This I'd like to invite all of you to participate. I love to go to the Port of Los Angeles. It's free. It's in the second Friday of classes. Well, trying to anticipate some questions of you, probably the first one is Wi-Fi. Well, in the whole campus, you can access the internet. There's an open Wi-Fi brand. You receive in your binder in the first day of classes your login and your password. However, it's an important note to you. During the classes, it's forbidden to access the internet. The professors usually will be sometimes rude if you access your social network or social media during the class. So please avoid to do that. If you have some emergency issue or something, let the professor first that you turn on your WhatsApp or your cell phone just to be kind with the professor. Okay. Parking permit. Some of you will rent cars. So please, there are some specific parking lots that you can use in the campus. And to park in the campus, you must use the parking permit. It's like a tag. You get this tag in the first day of classrooms. Other common question is about, Professor, where you eat during this program? Well, there's a cafeteria in the university. It's a good one. It's like a buffet. You pay something like $8 a meal. It's the system is buffet, all you can eat, so you can serve yourself, drink as much as you want, and it's a very comfortable place to eat every day. It has salads, has hamburgers, of course, and other food. And I believe, of course, in US, if you're enjoying US for 3 weeks, enjoy their food too. I believe it's part of the show to enjoy their food too. Okay, um, about the visit to Los Angeles Port, you have a deadline to answer us until June 18th. So you have 4 days to confirm your presence in these optional visits. Please do it in our by email preferentially. Okay? Good, very good. Masha, you're having so much questions or is fine so far?
So fine,
So
fine.
fine?
So far, no
Okay.
questions.
Don't forget to do your questions, okay? It will be very important to prepare better you before you go to US. We'll send you a list of points of interest. You are in one of the richest parts of not just the US but the world. So there are a lot of very interesting points to go. Um, even tourists or for the business. A lot of conferences happen in Los Angeles or in Vegas. Vegas is 4 hours driving from the campus. So if there's some event that you may interest, like in your area, Professor, I work with health, and there's a great event of health in Las Vegas. May I go there? Sure. And you need some help to do your inscription or something, subscription, please get in touch. If I can help you, it will be a pleasure. And there's a very important places, in my opinion, to go there during your stay there. like IKEA. IKEA is a very good store to know. Getty Museum is amazing place, and Universal Studios, not just as a park, but the behind the scenes of Universal Studios is very interesting as a business manager to know. Let's talk about mobility. Well, the transportation in California is much better by car. They choose this model as their preference. So if you rent a car, you'll be very fine in California. However, if you try to save some money and stay without car, you can use Uber. Uber is easy to get every day there in US. Or if you'd like to go the first day from the airport to the campus, I recommend you the Super Shuttle because you are uh, carrying luggages and sometimes a big ones. So Super Shuttle is easy to go from the airport to La Verne campus or to the hotel of your preference. Um, some tips for you. The driver license usually is accepted in US. The Brazilian ones I know it's accepted. However, for the you must have at least 21 years old to drive in California. However, if you are uh, 24 or less, you pay an extra tax for insurance. So the best thing is who is rent the car is older than 25 years old. You save a little bit of money that will be important during 25 days or something. Very good. Communication. This is it's a very tricky question because it's very personal. Usually, what I do is buy a SIM card from AT&T or T-Mobile, or I go to a Target or Walmart and buy a white brand SIM card, and I choose the cheaper as the time offered to me. Usually, I pay something like $60 to spend these 3 weeks there with free internet, free local calls, and some limits to do for landlines outside of the US. Usually I pay this $60, $65. Well, accommodation. We have two accommodations we offer to you. Some of you will stay in the Ontario Airport Hotel, some of you will stay in the dorms of the university. The rate is something like $50 a day in a double room with breakfast, parking, Wi-Fi, and the whole structure of the hotel, like swimming pool, um, gym place, and other ones. Excellent. Trip preparation. Well, um, you are not in the first step. You are not in the second step. You are here in departure procedures. So now it's the time to choose the optional visits, to decide the best plan of communication, to join to WhatsApp group, and to check some important documents you must carry to go to US. First thing, health insurance. I don't know if you realized before, but if something bad occurs in your health in US probably have the most expensive hospitals in the world. One day in a hospital costs something like 5,000. Any surgery costs more than $20,000. So please, health insurance is mandatory, not just because it's good for you, but it's an obligation for the University of Laverne. You cannot sit down in a chair in the University of Laverne without a health insurance. So please, hire one. Usually at least with $30,000 of coverage in medical plan. Usually when you buy one, the insurance cover a lot of things, not just health, like baggage lost, attorneys, dentistry. So check and make the best deal your country offered to you. Usually here in Brazil, I pay something like 80 to $100 for 3 to 4 weeks, $50,000 covered in health insurance. Usually, what I do for me or my family when I'm going with them. Okay, good. We have some important information for health insurance. Provide this information to us, please. Let's give you some travel orientations. First, airport usually are crowded in July. It's a vacation time, summertime in the North Hemisphere. So please arrive in the airport at least with 5 hours in advance to your flight departure. So if your flight is something like 10 o'clock p.m., arrive there comfortably at least 6 p.m. So 4 hours. I prefer 5 hours because I go there, put my luggage in right way. I can grab some food. I have time to prepare the luggage or repack the luggage if I do something wrong. So please uh, take your time with patience and stay there at least for 4 hours or 5 hours in advance and avoid any problem to lose your flight because if it happens this you are in trouble, man. You lose at least the first day or second day of classes. Okay, if you have some problem, please just let us know as fast as you can. Okay, let's move forward. Well, review all your documents, passport, flight tickets, call the flight company because usually they change the time in 30 minutes, 1 hour, or something. Uh, check the vaccination if it's necessary. It's very important. The credit card limits and others. Make a list and double check everything now to avoid any problem because you have something like 20 days to your departure, so you'll be prepared better. Okay? Well, probably you ask something like payment methods. Well, what it is very, very personal. What I suggest if, for example, something like $2,000. If you carry $2,000, 1,000 to 1,000 and a half in your credit card, 500 to 1,000 in cash. I prefer to buy cash. I prefer to do that because to avoid some taxes in Brazil, it's cheap for me. But if you are afraid to carry so much money, use your credit card limit, no problem, or debit card. The debit card has just one problem. Do not use never debit cards to rent cars and to put in the hotel as a caution because they lock some money from debit card and release just 1 month after your departure. So you won't have money where you need. We put the slide some local habits, so please read it. It's important to you. You have access to all the slides. The climate and the dress code. Well, the climate there is very hot. We're in summertime in California. Expect 30 Celsius degrees or more almost every day. The dress code. Well, women usually know how to dress, so this is special for the men. uh, Avoid shorts and tanks. Like me today is fine. Polo and jeans is more than fine. In the business visits, usually more social. Not exactly wearing ties, but formal clothes are desirable. In the graduation ceremony, formal suits and tie are required. Okay? So carry one or buy there a suit, a tie, and a shirt. The graduation ceremony, there's some pictures here to orient you the best dress code. It's a formal ceremony, so please make sure you are dressed well that day. Well, the last thing is we'll promote your pictures, your videos, and the last day of classes we'll give some prizes to you. for the best pictures and videos posted with the hashtags. Use hashtag IBS Moments or IBS UOV19 or both, and the best pictures will give you a prize. Okay? Well, I rush a little, Marsha, to complete in less than 40 minutes this presentation. And let's see if you have some questions. They did something, Marsha.
Yeah, there is a couple of questions. So the
Please.
first one is about the group presentation. So how many people are going to do a group presentation in a course?
Okay, they're very anxious about this. Thank you for your questions. Don't worry, the professor will give you more information during the classes, but usually 4 or 5 people. Depends on how big is the class. The class is usually 15 to 20, 25 students. So the professor will split the class in 4 or 5 groups, 3 to 5 each group. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the second question is
Mhm.
about a gym. Is there a gym at university and can students use the gym?
Yeah, both. There's in hotel and the campus. In the campus, you need a specific card. In the campus tour or the welcome orientation, please ask us there who want to join the gym, and I give the orientation where you go to make your ID. Thank you.
Also about the
Mhm.
city. So are there dancing clubs or bars in Laverne?
Okay, okay. It's very usual, huh? Well, of course, there are some bars or pubs nearby the university. However, the best ones are in Hollywood, something like 45 or 40 minutes driving from Laverne, the best ones. But a bar to drink something and make some happy hours. Beside the University of Laverne has some. In the campus tour, ask me, I'll show you. Okay? Thank you.
And are there any specific or important laws to consider in California?
Well, a lot. We'll put some in the slides, but the first one, you are forbidden to smoke in closed areas and in the campus. In the campus are forbidden to smoke and to drink in outdoor places. This is very important because in almost all parts in the world, you can drink in outdoor, get a beer and drink. In California, it's strictly forbidden. You go to jail if you drink in outdoor places. So be careful if you drink, just in bars or in market places. Okay? Good question.
Yeah, and about the slides, one of the students is asking, can you show the slide, please? I'm not sure about exactly what slide, maybe about the important laws. Are slides going to be sent to students?
Yes, all of the students will receive these slides. If you want to receive in the next couple days, charge us and I send to you. Okay, because it's very important to read carefully each slide. If you have some question or doubt, please let us know immediately. Send the questions. We are here to help you to get there safely, uh, good oriented, and to lose nothing in US. Okay, and of course to be back in your country in just one piece. So uh, if you want to receive next couple of days, just let me know. I'll send to you. Okay, great, Masha.
That's it.
So thank you very much, guys. I wish you a very good trip, and I'll be waiting you at Sneak Park in front of the leopard statue on Sunday, 7th July. Okay? Thank you very much, guys, and see you in California. Bye bye.